Hello, and welcome to Not Boring English. Today's story is called I Met Him in the Rain, and it is for learners at the A2 B1 level. If the voice is too fast, you can slow the video with playback speed settings to make the text easier to follow. A small umbrella, a big surprise. I saw him before I heard him. The rain was loud on the street, and the city smelled like wet pavement and coffee. I was hurrying with my small bag and a thin coat. I did not expect to meet anyone that day. I had missed my bus. The stop was full of people with umbrellas. My phone was almost dead, and I did not have a spare charger. The rain made my hair flat and my shoes wet. I felt tired and a little angry with myself. I stood under a small shop roof and waited. He stood a few steps away. He had a yellow scarf and dark hair that looked a little wet. He held a small umbrella. The umbrella was old, with a little hole at the edge. He smiled when he noticed me looking. His smile was quiet and kind. I felt strange. The rain made everything slow and soft. For a moment, the street felt like a different place. He walked closer and asked, "Are you okay?" His voice was calm. I answered, "I missed my bus." I tried to sound normal, but my teeth were chattering from the cold. He offered the umbrella. I said, "No, thank you." But it was hard to say no when I was cold. He opened the umbrella more and said, "Share it with me? There is room for two." We walked under the umbrella. The street was a small river of light from the cars and shop windows. We moved slowly. A few drops still fell on our cheeks from the umbrella edge. He said his name was David. I told him my name. We talked about small things. He said he liked the rain. I said it reminded me of a sad song my mother used to sing. He laughed softly and asked if I wanted coffee. I said yes. The coffee shop was warm and full of steam. We took a table near the window. The rain made soft patterns on the glass. I felt my body relax. We ordered 2 coffees and a piece of cake. He paid for the drinks without asking me first. I wanted to say thank you. I did. We talked for a long time. He asked where I worked. I told him I was a teacher for small children. He said he worked in a library. I liked that. We shared small details. Our favorite books, places in the city, and the food we liked. The words were simple and honest. He listened carefully when I spoke. That made me feel important. After coffee, the rain stopped for a few minutes. I walked him to his bus stop. He said he lived near the river and sometimes walked along it when he wanted to think. I liked that image. He asked if I wanted to meet again. I felt my heart move fast. I did not want to say yes too quickly. I smiled and said, "Maybe. We can talk again." He gave me a small card with his number. His handwriting was neat. A few days passed. I thought about him often. I was busy at work and tired in the evenings. I told myself to call him, but I kept waiting for the perfect time. On the 3rd day, I found a message on my phone. It was from him. He asked about a book he had loaned me at the coffee shop. I had not even noticed he had left a small paper book with my coat. The message made me laugh. I replied, and we made a plan to meet at the library. At the library, we walked between tall shelves and quiet lights. He showed me a small room with windows that looked out to a garden. He said it was his favorite place to read. I felt calm there too. We sat and read for a while. Then he said, "I like how you listen. You make me want to tell stories." I did not know what to say. I felt shy and happy. We spent more afternoons together. Sometimes we walked in the rain, sometimes in the sun. He taught me a card game. I taught him some songs I used to sing to my students. On my birthday, he surprised me with a small cake and a note that said, "For your bright smile." I liked how he noticed small things. But life is not always simple. One week, he did not answer my messages. I waited for 2 days and then felt worried. I called him, but the phone went to voicemail. I asked his friend at the library. She said he had to travel for a family problem. I felt relief and sadness at the same time. I hoped things were okay. When he returned, he looked tired. He told me his father had been ill and he needed to help. I listened. He did not ask for comfort, but he did not hide his worry. I made him tea, and we sat until late. The rain began again, quietly, like a soft drum. I understood more about who he was that night. Not only kind, but responsible and brave. Months went by. Our friendship became stronger. We argued about small things, like which way to brush crumbs from the table. We made each other laugh. One autumn evening, we walked along the river. The trees were red and gold. The air was cold and clear. He stopped and looked at me. He said, "I remember the first time I saw you in the rain. I felt lucky. I felt my face warm." He took my hand, and we kept walking. There was no big promise, no loud speech. The river moved quietly beside us. The city lights danced on the water. I felt safe and free. We learned to trust each other slowly. The small umbrella, the coffee, the library. These things became our story. It was simple, but real. One day, I thought about the first gift he gave me. The yellow scarf was still in my closet. It had no famous story, only memory. I wrapped it around my neck and smiled. The moral of this story is small and true. Kindness can change a day, and slow actions can build something important. Meeting someone in the rain can be the start of many moments. When I look back, I do not remember one perfect moment. I remember many small moments. His quiet voice, the way he held an umbrella, the sound of rain on a coffee shop window. These little things made a life that felt gentle and strong. I still walk in the rain sometimes. Now, I bring an umbrella for 2. Comprehension. Questions. Now, I will ask a few questions about the story to check your understanding. 1. Where did the narrator first meet the man? 2. What small item did the man give the narrator after they first talked? 3. Why did the man go away for a short time? And how did the narrator feel about it? Write your answers in the comments section to practice writing in English. Thank you for listening to this story on Not Boring English. Which small act of kindness changed your day recently? Please write your answer in the comments and subscribe for more simple, useful stories.